Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network channel. Welcome here to Steve's Wrestling Ramble, talking WWE, and this week talking about all the big stuff that happened both on Raw and on SmackDown Live this past. Welcome here to Steve's Wrestling Ramble, talking WWE, and this week talking about all the big. Sorry about that. I have myself on a different device. Forgot I didn't have it on mute. Anyways, let's talk about the big stuff. What it went down on Monday Night Raw, on SmackDown Live. Who did it better? Probably Monday Night Raw, only for the fact that it had more moments. But for SmackDown Live, 2-hour show, I think it always has delivered better with better episodes overall. In its own series, I guess you can speak, in the last couple of months. And I always say, if we're here on the road to WrestleMania, things always kick up a notch and creative, and everything in regard to the company, where, heading into the end of a year, whether it was this current one, 2018, heading into 2019, no matter what the year it be, it's usually kind of a lull period. Ending years, we get to the next year, heading into the road to Rumble, road to WrestleMania. Things being quote unquote boring and uninteresting, and then things start picking up, or usually pick up a week or two after the first Raw and SmackDown of the new calendar year. Right here for this year, 2019, or whatever the new calendar year is, a couple of weeks therefore after the first shows of that year, because those are still somewhat themed episodes, then things get real, things get serious, and start truly mapping out and setting up things for WrestleMania, let alone things for Royal Rumble and the pay-per-view subsequently between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. So, all in all, I think this week these shows were pretty awesome. Not just awesome in the sense of what exactly happened, but awesome in how creative things have gotten. At least to me, at least they're trying, right? We can still have an opinion whether we agree or disagree in some of the storylines or some of the decisions made for storylines and booking decisions. But I'd venture to say that most of us in the WWE universe at least agree that we like to see and happy to see WWE trying things here on the road to WrestleMania and giving us a more enjoyable, more entertaining, more unpredictable, even in that sense, of a ride to where we think, because we're the geniuses, right? We know what's going to happen, right? If only. That's why they call us marks, smarts, all those beautiful adjectives. But good descriptive words for us in the WWE universe. But my point being is, though we're not geniuses, we still have our opinions, and for the most part, we all do stick to those opinions, what they are. But for me, and my opinion, and I stick to, is that I really am enjoying this. I really am enjoying them trying something different, trying to be creative, trying to, you think it's going to go one way, you think it's going to be like just cut and dry, go into one way, or in regards to storylines. But, they throw wrinkles in it. They actually have swerves and sharp turns, you can call it, or swerves in the road of just things being a little different, and maybe the destination is the same to that storyline. Like, let's say, in regards to the Raw Women's title situation, so it does not mean that how we get to that destination can't be filled with entertaining, interesting twists and turns. Call it the roller coaster effect in that regard. For those that are watching live, I think it does say a couple are watching live, so thank you for being here. Welcome to share your thoughts on anything. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them in regards to this week in WWE for wrestling. But thank you for stopping by. Welcome to smash the like button. Share the video to others. Let them know about the Ramble. Let them know about this channel. I am at 282 right now, I believe. So only 18 away from 300 subscribers and still on that road to 500. As much as I would love to get to 500 by Wrestlemania, that's nearly 2 months away. Not so long away. Because I should know April is my birthday month. As my birthday's on the 25th of April, 25. Well, no, I'm not turning 25, but the 25th of April is my birth date. And so, in that regard, it would be great and a fabulous early birthday gift if I did get to 500 and have a high surplus of subscribers. But being realistic, hopefully at least to get 18 more to get to 300. As Roman Reigns even said in his promo, crawl before we walk before we run. So on the road, on my short road to 18 or to 300 subscribers, 18 the way there at 282 sitting right now. Then new road to 500, then to 1,000, and so on and so forth from there. But like I said, I will say hi to everybody that is watching live. I do apologize for me starting an hour and 20 minutes later than I planned to. I usually start at 8 o'clock, but reasons was unable to. But before I bore you or ramble about nothing, let's head into talking about these grandiose shows and episodes of Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown Live. Oh, great. Sorry, I have to refresh my page of Raw results. But like I said, the show opening up was Roman Reigns. Promoted Roman Reigns was going to come into Monday Night Raw, give an update on his battle with leukemia. And with all the press and all of this and that and celebrities that were there, or going to be there, I thought it was going to be one of two extremes. We either have to announce that he's going to be have to retire due to, cancer touching, or the happy end of the spectrum of him being in remission and being able to come back in the ring. And thank goodness there's a lot positive end. Roman Reigns announcing that his leukemia is in remission. Good to wrestle. He got physical later in the night. So that was actually very great to hear. And very good to hear and see that the WWE audience, WWE Universe, they're live in attendance. Give my respect there. So I know it won't be too long into his return that, some fans won't go back to how they felt about Roman Reigns' character. Because, hey, the character's back and, now doing his job day-to-day and such like that. But for now, and for that moment on Raw, very nice to see most of all the WWE Universe, they're live in attendance. As much as those watching at home and tweeting and posting YouTube videos about it are giving him much respect and give him his time there and respect there in that moment and in that announcement that was a grand possible. So welcome back, Roman Reigns. Even greater happy for Joe and the man behind Reigns' character, beating leukemia and putting it back in remission, making it tap out. Swung for the fences and hit a home run. Happy to hear the news in regards to Reigns. I'm moving right along the show. The first match, Ricochet and Aleister Black defeating the Raw Tag Team Champions, The Revival. Oh, we thought something big was going to come of The Revival becoming the Raw Tag Team Champions, didn't we? A couple of weeks ago, they've won the championships. I missed the rumors, or maybe even confirmed rumors, of The Revival being unhappy. And, will they go to AEW since the new craze to say? I mean, I guess that's fine. It's not, misguided. It's just maybe a little too, you know what I mean. But point is, so they win the Raw Tag Team Champions amid that, and proceed then for the next couple of weeks to include this past Monday to be losing tag team matches. Yes, to high quality opponents. First DIY, and here Ricochet and Aleister Black. Which is still interesting that we have these call-ups, or at least whether short-ranged or short-lived or actual call-ups to the main roster, coming in like tag teams. One that actually is a tag team, or formerly was. And might be back together now as they're both heels. In DIY, Gargano and Ciampa. And here, thrown together a tag team of Ricochet and Aleister Black. Though last week on Raw, you had Ricochet teaming with Finn Balor. Becky Lynch being arrested after attacking the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey. After and there's supposed to be a match with the Riot Squad, Rousey and Natty versus the Riot Squad. Becky Lynch just crashing that party, attacking the Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey, and then being arrested because before. And then Ronda Rousey just relinquishing the Raw Women's Championship and put the title at the feet of Stephanie McMahon. And, like I said, the twists and turns in the sense of where exactly this ride is taking us, specifically the storyline to WrestleMania. I certainly and thoroughly enjoying it, and definitely intrigues me so to be interested to see how it goes each and every week here to WrestleMania. Now, this next Raw is the go home show to WWE Fastlane event, but so it's not going to be. This year Batista will be on Raw next week, so looking forward to that. Moving right along, Kurt Angle defeating Jinder Mahal. So Kurt Angle to be getting a win, be on the show. Jinder Mahal, if only, I guess so to speak there. Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor defeating Lio Rush in the title defense. After Lio Rush tries to have Finn Balor to just give him the title so he can give it to Bobby Lashley because Bobby Lashley deserves it more in the Moment of Bliss segment. And Finn's like, well, why don't you just try to win it for yourself, right? You're a superstar. Don't you have a goal as a one of these champion? So him kind of going Lio Rush to it. So Lio Rush took the bait, and Finn Balor successfully defended his Intercontinental title match right there and then. Braun Strowman attacking Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush. It was supposed to be a 1-on-1 match between Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman. The match not even starting. So I guess trying to build Braun back as a monster after what's been going on in the past couple weeks, let alone once in the booking of Braun Strowman. Okay, fine, but then how many times is it believable to have a superstar or a character like Braun Strowman that's supposed to be this, like Beast Brock Lesnar, that is 50-50 booked all the time? At some point, it just won't be believable even when you're trying. WWE is trying to go back to the monster among men. And he's supposed to be. But Drew McIntyre defeats Team Ambrose in a no disqualification match. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins make a save, saving Dean Ambrose from a post-match attack. Bobby Lashley, McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Elias, there, like I said, Reigns and Seth Rollins from the save, and then afterwards just staring down at Dean Ambrose, and where is that going to lead to? I think it's probably going to lead to the Shield reforming and the Shield being back together, and at least having a moment at WrestleMania. It's fine for me. I would not mind that at all. Really, why would I? And WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Bayley defeating Nia Jax. Bayley and Sasha Banks will be facing Nia Jax and Tamina Snuka at Fastlane, the first title defense. Hopefully, Sasha doesn't lose that, right? So she's on with all her Raw title matches, or Raw Women's title matches, after winning and then not being able to successfully defend those titles. at the pay-per-views, but winning them on Raw, Monday Night Raws. Or finally winning one at a pay-per-view and losing on a Monday Night Raw. But never being able to have a successful defense of a championship. This would be different because it's a tag team. And then the night is supposed to end with the Ric Flair celebration, 70th birthday celebration, and most of us were thinking that this is where Becky Lynch is just going to come back. Someone's going to spring her from jail and she'll be able to come back and attack Ric Flair, force the Authority to put her back in the match, and blah, blah, blah. But no. WWE had a different idea, another kind of a swerve in at least this segment, let alone not even like a storyline, but just a swerve in a segment. You think it's going to be Becky Lynch attacking Ric Flair in the ring or backstage. And again, it's Batista. Batista making his return and setting up a match between him and Triple H. Asking Triple H if he has his attention now. While he's out of breath. They're dragging Ric Flair. Now, I should have known it was not going to be a women's division setup when Charlotte Flair wasn't even out there at all. And I guess you didn't need Charlotte Flair to have Becky Lynch try to get her spot back in the match, but it is her father's birthday celebration. You would think that if they were going to set up something with the women's title match, or, continue on or have that Becky moment like most of us thought that was going to happen, whether attacking Rick himself or Charlotte. That was going to be the case. But Batista, that was definitely a pleasant surprise. I certainly was surprised when I saw it live, live on the show from home. But it's going to be interesting to see how all that moves forward. But pretty dang good Raw. And my fans agree as well in my Raw Insta poll. People saying it was a good show. You can vote every Monday and Tuesday night after the show's end on my Twitter at @TheRamble_WWE. Did you think it was great, good, okay, or terrible? And for Monday Night Raw this week, the winning vote was good. And those polls are up for 24 hours after the show ends, or after, when I post it. Let's now move on. Talk about SmackDown Live, which had its own swerve, had its own thing, had its Vince McMahon making decisions again, changing things up for WrestleMania, which makes me think that maybe this is its own storyline with Vince McMahon. The Authority, who's going to take the power? Vince McMahon versus his children, in a sense. Well, his children and his son-in-law, but you know what I mean. Shane, Stephanie, Triple H. Mr. McMahon replacing Kofi Kingston with Kevin Owens in the WWE title match for Fastlane, which upset people, but if you really do think about it, should confirm that Kofi Kingston is going to be facing either Daniel Bryan one-on-one, Kevin Owens one-on-one, or both of them in a triple threat. Now, the way things have been going, it could go any number of ways, but I probably would say it's going to be a triple threat. And just the way that he was booked overall in this whole segment, opening the show, which was supposed to be the contract signing for Kofi Kingston versus Daniel Bryan at Fastlane, made me think he is going to be winning that championship at WrestleMania, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins that championship turning heel. Maybe he turns heel at Fastlane, him and the New Day. So instead of having a heel turned by one member of the New Day turning on the team and the New Day being split up, the whole team turns heel. It becomes a heel trio, a heel group, heading into WrestleMania. But then, are we going to have heel versus heel? Or are we going to have heel versus face? As in Kingston, Owens, and Bryan. Triple threat match. Who knows? Your guess is as best as mine, but, it's as good as mine, but To me, I think it's probably going to be a triple threat match, and to me, I think it's like 90% sure he's going to be winning the championship. Just the way that segment was booked, and just how everything was done, let's so to speak. That opening segment, to the reactions, to the camera being panned in the New Day extra time after Owens comes to the ring, all those little things to me. Just scream out to myself, to me at least, that not only is he going to be getting a match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship, we'll get back in the picture, but he's going to be winning the thing. And just think about that moment for him, and honestly for his race, African American. So it will be happening in April, not in February, not during Black History Month, but still, it's still a serious thing in that regard. African American WWE champion. I think it's time. Make it happen. WrestleMania hashtag Kofi Mania. But with that bombshell and craziness, we have another interesting surprise with the Hardy Boys who return. The Hardy Boys take on the Bar and defeat the Bar in tag team action. So nice to see Matt Hardy back. And then back is the Hardy Boys, now on a quest to be the SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions as they should. We'll run along the United States Champion R-Truth defeating Andrade and Rey Mysterio in a triple threat match to retain his championship. He was trying to be like his idol, John Cena. And Carmella being very funny and entertaining as they are actually together. And so Andrade and Rey Mysterio both come out to answer the call. And then R-Truth's like, well, what would my idol John Cena do? And Carmella says, well, John Cena would face them both at the same time. And he goes, okay, well, John Cena, I'm going to make you proud. You have the match, and he actually does retain the championship. Now, where are they going to be going for this the U.S. title scene heading into WrestleMania with R-Truth? I don't know, but whatever it is, I would say, just to be honest, again, no disrespect to R-Truth, who himself has a very long career that deserves more respect on it than is given by some of the WWE universe. But if I'm being honest with myself and honest with this way the United States title has been treated recently, I would say that match should be in the pre-show and cruiserweight title match. Whatever the challenger be this time, gets to be on the main show. Just my opinion. Still hoping to be able to go to WrestleMania. I've entered a couple of contests and such like that, but we'll see about that one. But focusing back on SmackDown, Charlotte Flair having words for Ronda Rousey and Becky Lynch, saying they're both scared of her. Becky Lynch is scared that Charlotte Flair is going to expose her, the fraud that she is, and Ronda Rousey's scared of Charlotte Flair because Charlotte Flair is going to put a whooping on her like she did at Survivor Series. And she says she will be at Monday Night Raw this upcoming Monday, so that Mr. McMahon can give her the Raw Women's Championship that she deserves. A deserving champion. Wouldn't that be something, if that actually goes through, that actually is what happens? I wouldn't hate it. It would be interesting. Not like superstars have been handed titles. The world title came back. Simply handed to Triple H on SmackDown, but by Bischoff. Different circumstance, but still. I mean, it would just make sense to actually go through with that and actually have Charlotte Flair be the Raw Women's Champion heading into WrestleMania. Because it's not like the authorities going to be putting Becky Lynch back in the match, and after what she did last week. And as much as they may disagree with Vince McMahon, the number one boss, though the four McMahons are the authority of the shows, it's still Vince's company. Not just in real life, obviously, but in the kayfabe world too. Still Mr. McMahon. Still Mr. McMahon's company. Mr. McMahon shows. So, if that's not going to be the case, and they could hoot and holler all they want, if Vince wants to get the title to Charlotte, or Mr. McMahon wants to get the title to Charlotte Flair, then Mr. McMahon will get the title to Charlotte Flair. I'm looking at Raw. So, I think in regard to that storyline, I think that's where I see it going and going down and happening on Raw. So hey, you have to tune in. It might be a go-home show to this quote-unquote secondary show, pay-per-view that people just didn't want to have or see. You know, most people would rather just have Royal Rumble and just have this big block of shows or big block of time in regard to in between pay-per-views. Just go from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania. No pay-per-views. Maybe one special event or one pay-per-view if you want to call it a pay-per-view. With titles on the line or this and that. Either way, I think most would venture for something like that. But that's not what we have. We got Elimination Chamber, now we're going to have Fastlane. I think the card for Fastlane is shaping up to look pretty nice. And I think everything, in regard to most other things as well, the feuds heading into WrestleMania are looking dang good. And again, another tag team match, just like on Monday Night Raw, Aleister Black and Ricochet, this time defeating Shinsuke Nakamura and Rusev, a tag team that I forgot was even created. But another good win, big win for that, I guess, tag team. And then in the main event, we have Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston defeating the new Daniel Bryan, the WWE champion, and Rowan. Does still seem as, like I say, Kevin Owens coming back as a face. Excuse me. I don't know, you look forward and just to see how it all goes down. In regards to that, but all in all, pretty good shows for Raw and SmackDown. I look forward to seeing how everything is moving forward. I do think it's going to be great. Do look forward to it all. Anyway, this is pretty much just to be talking about Raw and SmackDown, great shows. And looking forward to things for next week. And if you know someone out there that could help me treat myself to WrestleMania, let me know. I hope I can get, like I said, I definitely entered enough contests to see how I do any of those. But hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Hope you have a great Friday as well. I'll have my review for Riverdale and Last Man Standing, hopefully done by the end of tomorrow night. But whenever I get those done, I'll get them done. Deliver in your area as well, and above all else, as always, take care.